How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech and also to another tech news video where I go over the latest news that are happening in the tech world. I keep you guys up to date on everything that's happening every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. All of the topics will be linked down below and then also the timestamps you can follow alongside as well. But anyway, starting off with our first topic, leaks from Intel's high-end laptop 12900 HK mobile CPUs have finally come out. The 16-core 24-thread CPU scored on a Geekbench 5 1921 in the single core test and 15,974 in a multi-core. So there is a slight increase over the previous 12900 HK, which managed around 1,800 in a single cores and 14,000 in a multi-core. The 12900 HK has a base clock of 2.5 GHz and a boost up to 4.89 GHz, but most likely you will see around 5 GHz for the final product, which is still crazy for a mobile CPU. TDP wise, it is around 55 watts, so expect it to need some proper cooling in your laptop if you want to reach those speeds. Now, it does seem like Intel is really planning to take the crown for this little piece in the mobile sector, and I'm pretty excited, so we'll see how far we go. Then next up, you guys, I have some bad news, unfortunately. Sony is doomed. Well, that is what the analyst Michael Patcher said, at least. According to him, Sony does have console sales over Microsoft, but Microsoft has the content. Up until December, Sony has sold over 17 million sales of the PlayStation 5, while Microsoft has yet to actually release their figures. It should be around 8 million sales. But the big thing is that Microsoft has over 25 million Game Pass users with a vast amount of games. With Activision Blizzard also joining the party now, the number of games is just going to grow and grow. Where Sony only brings out around 5 major PS exclusives in a year, which is a bit limited there. Patcher said, I think PlayStation is doomed, and I think they're going to cease to exist as we know them in about 10 years. They can't compete. They have no chance. Now, Sony is planning to bring their own Game Pass competitor to the market with Spartacus, but even with that, will they actually have the content to compete, or is it already too late for them? Now, I'm not in the console war at all. I've only ever been PC Master Race, but if I needed to actually buy a console now, I would also go the Xbox route currently. But we still want to have competition between both of them and also the PC and everything. So hopefully they can step up the game and do a bit more, but again, we will see. Are you looking for a new gaming gear, whether it's peripherals, hardware, cases, so on? Well, MSI has what you need, especially with their reasonably priced PCI Express 3 or 4 NVMe SSDs like the M390 with a solid performance at an affordable price, which we also did a build on. For the case, the Gunyear 110M might just be the perfect fit for your new build. It still has the same cool design as the 110R, but now with a mesh front that allows for increased airflow. Better yet, it's even more affordable. Now, if you're instead in need of a power supply, the MPG A850GF is ready for you with an 80+ gold rating, a 10-year warranty, being fully modular and available in 650, 750 and 850 watts. Lastly, what about peripherals? Well, the GM41 wireless is the one you should check out. Not only is it wireless, but it's also lightweight, only weighing 74 grams, uses the PAW3370 new high-end optical sensor, a battery life up to 70 hours, and it comes with a cool docking station, so you don't need to worry about cables or anything like that. Just dock it on there. So check out all of those with the link in the description below. For those of you lucky enough to own a Steamdeck, which I'm really jealous of, you can now load it up with Windows 10. Now, there is still some stuff to sort out because there's no audio drivers, which means if you plug in the speakers or a headphone jack, it won't work, but a Bluetooth audio or a Type-C adapter headphones will work at least. But the main thing is that Valve released a GPU, Wi-Fi and a Bluetooth drivers for it, so you can actually game on it and it's going to work with Windows. Also worth mentioning is that you can only currently load Windows 10 as the Steam Deck does not support the TPM security requirement for Windows 11, but we all know there's ways around that, so you can probably test that out, I think. Now, if you do potentially screw it up with trying to sideload a Windows 11, there is at least instructions on Steam on how to reset the unit, and it kind of looks to be quite simple. Valve wrote, to get to the boot menu, power down, then while holding volume down, click the power button. And that's it, pretty simple. So I'm again so jealous. I really want one because it's going to be the perfect tinkering around mini PC. I just want to try it out so much, but hopefully later on we can actually get them here in South Africa, but I'm not going to keep my hopes up, but we'll see. AMD's King gaming CPU, the Ryzen 7 5800X3D, won't be able to overclock. Now, despite there being an X in the name, there are numerous reasons for the non-overclockable CPU. The main one being the massive 96 megabytes of L3 cache. The way the cache is implemented on the CPU means that heat will be an issue if you want to overclock it. Motherboard partners have also been asked to disable the overclocking feature in their BIOS, but of course some of them probably won't. We'll see. The base clock has been also lowered by 400 megahertz to keep it at that 105 watts default TDP, and also most likely keep the heat down. So we'll have to wait and see if that enormous 96 megabytes of L3 cache will actually make up for the lack of overclocking and the lower frequencies. Well, we'll see, but I think where we'll really see the thing shine is going to be with a liquid nitrogen LN2 overclocking. I think there it could actually perform really well, but again, we'll see. Keeping things red with AMD, apparently we could possibly hear things on FSR 2.0 soon. So AMD's Thomas Surname and Colin Riley are going to present a next generation image upscaling for gamers on March 23rd at GDC. This was spotted by VideoCardZ on a schedule for presentation. With tech like FSR and DLSS 2.0, gaming has become more accessible and easier for people who don't have necessarily cash to fork out on a 3080 Ti, let's say. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, especially since AMD's first generation of cards that could actually use ray tracing wasn't really that powerful as the second generation from NVIDIA when enabling ray tracing. We'll see where it goes, but just overall, especially for mini devices and laptops and so on, DLSS and FSR is definitely going to be a game changer. Consoles as well. Then next up, a Vision 22. No, it's not a music concert or anything like that. It is Intel's annual product announcement event, and Intel has announced the date for it on the 10th to 11th of May, just a few weeks before CES 2022. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be in person, which sucks. I really want to go again, but we'll see at least some new tech there. We're currently not sure what will actually be unveiled at the event, but with the Arc Alchemist GPUs being not far off, we might hear something about them. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, if you want to attend, be ready to drop $900 for the early bird ticket. That's going to be available on the 11th of April. It'll need to be bought before that. Thereafter, the tickets will be sold at $1,500. It's okay, I'll rather wait a day or two to actually hear about all of the announcements, but yeah, I'm not definitely paying that. Now, we all like a good deal when buying some games, and for those of you who don't know about this already, there is a massive bundle being sold to help the crisis in Ukraine. The bundle for Ukraine, as it has been dubbed, was sold on itch.io for only $10 and has nearly 1,000 games, all valued at $6,500. While the target for the bundle was set at $1 million, it has since then been pushed up to $4 million. They're already at the time of writing this almost at 3.9 million. So let's definitely get that number up, guys. $10 or 150 Rand is a steal. as over 700 developers and creators have joined forces to make the bundle a reality. So let's join them and support the people of Ukraine. Hopefully all of the issues over there can be sorted out soon. Now on the 8th of March, Apple unveiled a bunch of new goodies, which we already talked about in our previous video, and one of them being of course the new iPhone SE 2022. Now some leaks from Geekbench again has shown that the device has the same 4 gigs of RAM as we have seen on the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini. It also runs the same A15 Bionics chip, so it's pretty much the same. The Geekbench scores were very similar to the iPhone 13, especially in single core scores, but in the multi-core score there was slightly less, probably due to cooling issues. Now it's also running the latest iOS 15.4, and the base 64 gig model is again starting at $430. Lapsus strikes again, and this time the victim didn't even know about it. Lapsus, again, the hacking group who hacked Samsung and NVIDIA already, now has posted on their Telegram channel and asked what should we leak next. There are 3 options available: Vodafone, Impresa, and also Mercado Library or Mercado Pago. No idea who that is. And currently it seems like Vodafone is the winner or the loser, depending on how you look at it. According to CNBC, the poll ended with a 56% vote for the 200 gig dump of Vodafone's source code. The poll is ending on March the 13th so far, and it seems like again Vodafone is winning or losing. These people are definitely on a rampage with all of these hacks. And again, we talked about who's going to be next. Vodafone is next, and who's going to be after that, because it does seem like there's 2 other ones already in the works, so already hacked. So it's definitely getting interesting, so we'll see. Why can't they actually use that power and do it for good and hack the Russian government? But yeah, that's pretty much it for our tech news, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment like always. And again, all of the links will be in the description below. And I'll check all of you guys next week, Monday. I do hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.